And coming in live from the Kerama National Park over here in Okinawa, Japan. We are here with the 41st edition of ESL Open Cup Asia. I am, of course, the host, Yaku of Zaku, and with me today we have El Aguijón que salpica a las ganadoras himself, Light_VIP. How are you doing, Light?
What's up, Yaku? It feels good to be back. You know, I was able to cast earlier with Yoda, and then we were just bonding once again after a long time apart, and I feel like it's our turn now.
Getting the getting the what's it called? How does one bond? Getting the proteins out. Because you got like the protein bonds. Hey, the bottom left-hand corner map, starting in the bottom left-hand of Jagannatha LE. We have the purple Protoss player coming out from the land of South Korea, currently representing Team NV. It is NightMare.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Jiner Green Wings. It is Rex.
I think emulsification is also another bond, which that's also proteins, which get bonded. As in the stringy ones.
I was about to say, aren't there like financial bonds that you can get as well? They
tell you to stock up, get them bonds because you wanna bond.
Yeah,
I don't get the finance. So that's why I let you handle it over here on the CranKy Ducklings.
Just like Pierce Brosnan.
Exactly.
Yeah. I apologize to everyone in the chat.
to everyone who hasn't seen GoldenEye.
Exactly, Casino Royale. But we have our series here today, and mate, it's been a while since we've been able to cast this. I didn't think we got to do it last week, right?
No, we did not, and apparently we missed out. Actually, I haven't quite checked who the winner of that was, but I recall Dark signed up, Rogue signed up, I believe Stats signed up, ?
Yeah.
I think Bjorn actually remembered last week.
Yeah, we missed out, especially because before that there was a little bit of a lull where everyone was like kind of getting ready for GSL, and there were the Chinese Team League was taking place as well, so like everyone couldn't really sign up. But I believe the Chinese Team League it finished up recently, right?
Oh, has it? I'll look into that.
Yeah. I remember Alpha X tweeting about the. Yeah.
Well, we'll check on that. But in the meantime, I am getting flashbacks, Light, to another Stargate opening in a ZvP. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that this weekend.
Oh, I was about to ask because we haven't really been able to, or me and you, I mean, we haven't really been able to cast much of the new map pool, right?
Not together, no.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on maps like Jagannatha?
I like them.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay, well, Jagannatha, its jury is still out there. I do like the implementation of the speed zones here. I think it's a little bit more strategic than how it is on Death Aura. But other than that, it just looks like a pretty wide, well, opposite of wide, thin, long, symmetric map. It's no golden wall is what I'm trying to say.
Unfortunately, it's no golden wall. Yeah, it's been pretty interesting. We've had a really interesting scenario earlier today because I think this is the only map where there's a corner base like this that's like completely shut off. I
think you're right in that one.
Yeah, on the other maps
there's only one way in.
Yeah, there's only one way in, one way out. And this morning we got a situation where like an army got like stuck here in the corner, and then they got sandwiched in, and then they got sandwiched in again, and then there was just like a constant like battle here in the bottom corner. It was like, oh my god.
That's like when you make a sandwich but keep stacking the bread.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, and I was like, oh my god, like this just isn't possible in another map. So it was interesting.
Yeah, I guess we will have to look out for that. We could always get another scenario where, people start to catch on and just don't expand that direction, which I hope won't be the case. But yeah, we shall see. sometimes you just can't help it. Sometimes you have to take that base.
Yeah, definitely. It's again, this map is very narrow. I feel like the bases get taken pretty quickly and the creep gets spread pretty quickly as well. So we'll see how we go here, as NightMare, he did opt to go for that Stargate opening. No triple Oracle.
Yeah, not going to be pulling his stats just yet. Going to be sticking to double Oracle. Now, we saw just how good players can be with their Oracle control out. Let's take a look and see how good NightMare can get. That's a good amount of drones going down. That's an amazing amount of drones going down. Holy heck. And even managing to keep both Oracles alive, but only recalling a single one. He is still going to get more done.
Honestly, I think that the recalling only one of them was a little bit of a mistake, as he is pulling everything back because there is a Baneling bust.
Yeah, I think it absolutely was a little bit of a mistake, but NightMare just was not anticipating this Bane bust coming right at him.
Yeah,
and he should be okay, but let's just say that NightMare, I have a feeling that the damage is going to be equalized.
Yeah, like, honestly, this Baneling bust hasn't dealt too much damage. 9 probes are going down. Oh, but he will be able to get a pylon just barely. He does.
And honestly, being able to delay production by this much at a ZvP, that is massive. I mean, first off, damage has been equalized. NightMare, now below on the worker count, does have a third Nexus, so not going to take too long for him to rebuild that to retake that worker lead. However, his production was stalled for a long time. Like,
yeah,
it's definitely need that if Rex decides to be more aggressive again.
It definitely was. To be fair, I feel like a lesser Protoss player would have just died then and there. like that was a big Baneling bust, and the Lings got in. So I think NightMare, he handled that fairly well. Of course, he didn't die, and things are going to progress a little bit. He so far has kept both Oracles alive, and we do see the lair just finishing up for Rex. I'm just waiting to see if he throws down a Spire or a Hydrogen.
Well, I'm just looking at the gas count right now, Light, and I have a feeling, I want to say Roachras, and Roachrorin is about halfway done. But yeah, as a follow-up, I feel like it's going to have to be Hydras, right?
Yeah.
Hydras leading to workers later on.
It's pretty interesting because Rex, he went for that big Baneling bust with the +1 melee. Now he's getting +2, and I was about to say that usually indicates you want to go for Spire. There it is, the Spire gets thrown down.
Right, oh. So he does get thrown down with a bunch of the gas there as well, but NightMare, he's not really wise to this, but incidentally has been able to build an army that counters this. Archon already finished up. It's only a single Archon for the time being, but there's more where that came from.
Yeah, definitely. Like, ideally, you want to have Archons, you want to have Blink Stalkers to begin with, and then later on you can kind of refine your army. Oh, it looks like the Oracles are going again.
Whatever he can do to sort of stall Rex here. That is a lot of probes that are going to go down. That's a lot of larva that's going to be spent remaking the probes instead of making those Mutalisks that he wants to harass on the other side of the map. Massive Baneling hit, though.
Yeah.
From NightMare.
Look at that. Once again, 9 kills on either side of the map. The Banelings and the Oracles kind of equalize with damage, but NightMare does push across with his War Prism, with these Zealots, and it looks like he's going to be able to take out this hatchery.
Take out this hatchery and then some, Light. I'm just looking at the supply count. Look at the use of this Warp Prism. Completely going to be able to split the army of Rex in two. And those Archons over in the bottom base are not going anywhere.
Exactly. He's going to the natural. Oh, he could even snipe the Roach Warren. It looks like the upgrade will be able to finish before that happens.
Just barely not getting that.
Yeah, and at the same time, there are Zealots going to the third base. There's still a Zealot in the main as well, so a lot of damage is being done here by NightMare. Honestly,
NightMare, he doesn't want to lose these Archons. They are expensive units, but even if he does lose them, what's the worst that could happen? How does Rex have much of an army to counterattack after this?
Exactly.
Is going to be my question.
Yeah, Rex, he was forced to make nothing but roaches, and he wanted to spend his gas on the mutas, right? Like, he went for that Spire, and he just wasn't able to, because if he did, he would have just died. He wouldn't have had an army to defend.
No, he would not. Well, Rex is trying to get something done now. He knows he needs to find some sort of equalizer, but yeah, even with Goliath, I mean, we talked about it, like Juggernaut, it's a thin map, but it's a long map.
Yeah.
Those Orchards are going to be a while before they hit, and by then, how many more Archons is NightMare going to have? How many shield batteries is NightMare going to have?
He's going to have too much, as we already have, 5 Archons, more shield batteries being morphed here at the 4th base location. Like, Rex, he realizes he can't do anything here. He can't end the game, and he hasn't even been able to make mutas. What's important is that the Roach Warren was also sniped, so he can't make any more Roaches.
Yeah, only now it's starting to make a couple of Mutalisks. I don't know if that's because he wants to harass or if it's his only option.
Yeah. Like, he has to spend his money somewhere, right? Like, he has no other tech structures. It's just the Spire and Lings at the moment. He does have a Baneling Nest, I guess, but against all these Archons, like, this is not what you want.
Not at all. That's just going to be wasted gas is what that's going to be.
All right, here we go. NightMare is pushing on in. Again, the hatchery wasn't retaken. Rexy's still stuck on 3 hatcheries. The Mutas are going to be popping out, but again, they're going to have to try and avoid this. Maybe try and snipe the War Prism.
And it looks like they will be able to just about. But you fool! You've taken the bait and walked right into my Archons. No, where are you going? Those Archons say it's this weird little sly way. But doesn't seem like it matters too much, as NightMare is right on top of this Roach army with his Zealots, absolutely cleaning house. A couple of Lings trying to come in for reinforcements, but evaporate to the Archons. Meanwhile, across the map, these Mutalisks, they are getting something done.
Oh yeah, they have to. Like, and the problem is that the Archons are too thick. They can't fit through. They can't help against the Mutas.
That they cannot. And there's no repair. These cannons not quite going to be able to, get their health back yet. But even with this Void Ray, they're not the best unit against Mutas, but they are chipping away at them. GG's called, and NightMare going to be taking game number 1.
GG gets called. A NightMare, the GSL round of 32 player. Round of 32, round of 28. 28 now, right? 24. There we go.
24.
Takes the first game against Rex, and I'm excited, right? Like, I keep bringing this up because I don't know why, but I'm kind of a fan for whatever reason. Like, NightMare, he came back a couple of months ago, and it's cool to see him really active in the scene.
That's why you're a fan. So I'm gonna make that assumption. But yeah, it is really great that we're able to actually see him back here and really showing his, really showing what he can get done. He hasn't quite won any of these ESL Open Cup Asias, and again, he is, just a round 24 player at the moment. But when you watch each week back to back, when you watch all of NightMare's games, you can tell he's getting better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, it's no easy feat taking games from a player like Rex, especially considering that Rex, like, he is a practice partner for Jin Green Wings. Like, well, he's a part of the team now once again after leaving it.
Yeah, he's rejoined that fairly recently, and of course, been on a tear during those Taiwan Hong Kong qualifiers for DreamHack Masters Winter. Haven't quite gotten to the group stage yet. We'll see if he's able to get his revenge against Bud Always or Nice, but so far it's looking pretty good for him, and we do have a little bit of confirmation here. Like, the finals last week were between Dark and Rogue. Dark took that 3-2.
Ooh, nice.
No, this is the other Taiwanese player we're casting. But we are now going to be loading in on to Romanticide, LE. LE, of course, standing for Lovers in Space. Lovers in Space. We are now in the bottom right corner map. Spotting all the way in the bottom right, we have the purple Protoss player coming out from the land of South Korea. Going to be playing for Team NV. Let's see if he can absolutely make his opponent's dreams a nightmare.
Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Taiwanese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Jinner Green Wings. It is Rex.
Nowadays, whenever I hear Rex is being announced, I just hear Gregorian chants in my mind.
Is that the music intro we're gonna have for Rex?
Yeah, but one of those like hyped up ones, like something like. No, wait, that's terrible. Wait, what do you think? It'll be like Halo, right? It'll be like one of those. It'll be like the Halo theme for Rex.
There you go.
That's kind of Gregorian chanting-ish.
I also like the segue that you could have gone for but didn't. When it comes to the Taiwan Hong Kong DreamHack, we will be the official B stream, and that will be in 2 days.
Indeed, we will. That will be in 2 days, and I believe Jet is going to be on that.
Yes, I believe so. She has confirmed that she is good to cast. So yeah, we have a busy week of StarCraft with DreamHack and Desafiantes and everything still continuing on. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is why you need a good refreshing bottle of Dare Ice. No, wait, we're not sponsored by them.
We're not. we never were.
Well, I mean, I meant this tournament isn't sponsored by them.
Exactly. There's no Dare here. Of course, shout out to Dare. ? They have sponsored a lot of StarCraft tournaments in the OCE and Southeast Asian region, but we're having none of that here today. That's another thing that I noticed. We didn't see like Probe or anyone from C sign up.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting. But as you said, DreamHack's coming up. The ANZ Champs has just about concluded this, literally just yesterday evening, if I'm not mistaken there. So they're going on to the main event. They probably want to hide a couple of tricks up their sleeves. I know Mio Micah probably will.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know there's a lot of hype surrounding me and Micah. I'm excited. I was a little bit disappointed that he wasn't in ANZ Champs, otherwise I would have loved to have casted him. But yeah, at the moment he's on top of the NA ladder. Like he's up there. It's scary and exciting.
Up there with Cham, the Dream Snow match. And speaking of the Dream, NightMare, I mean, I'm not sure if you can call this a Dream, this Galactic Depth build. I mean, it's gotten less popular recently, but it's still something you want to throw in at least once in a best of 3 or a best of 5 series, right?
Oh yeah, why not, right? Like you're like already up 1-0 in this best of 3. It is a little bit more like kind of standard, and like a lot of Zerg players have gotten good at defending against it. But that doesn't mean you can't slip it in and, you know, maybe catch Rex off guard.
Yeah, just a little something. Throw it on in.
Oh god, is this a
See
wall?
what you can get done. This should be a wall. Yeah, this is a wall. This is a pretty solid wall. But what is solid is this Stalker, and this Cybercore starting to get Gateway. That's in production. Starting to get munched down. How can the Zerglings get it? Can the Zerglings get it? Like the Zerglings, they do manage to surround the Adept, or not quite. The Adept finds an opening.
It looks
will
like
it live? It doesn't.
Wow, the Adept goes down in the end, and just quickly checking Rex's vision, he has barely seen anything. I'm so surprised. We're 4 minutes 30 into the game and he hasn't gone for an Overlord scout. To be fair, he has seen the Adepts and he will spot the War Prism, so he can kind of deduce what's coming his way, but will he have the defense for it?
Well, that is definitely going to be the question here. Getting a couple of spores here just for safety. You know, he has a suspicion that it's going to be this. That's going to be this Galactic Depth build, but he isn't certain that it's not.
Yeah,
could
I'm a little bit.
Stargate could always be a Dark Shrine follow-up.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit concerned because the Adepts are already warping in, and the Roach Horn was only just now thrown down, so it's going to be quite some time before the Roaches are ready. He has to rely on his Queens and his Lings.
Yeah, which is not at all the units that you want against these Adepts. There is it.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely. Yeah, you can definitely hold for a little bit with them. Again, though, it's like you need to make sure you buy time for those Roaches. This is a 4-gate Adept, and it looks like we will be seeing Disruptors as a follow-up.
Disruptors light? Or Colossus drop? Nah, it's probably going to be Disruptors. It's a lot more common nowadays for the Protoss players to get in the PvZ, especially with how prevalent Roaches are. Oh
yeah. This is very, I mean, we know this. This is very Pez-esque. Pez loves this as a follow-up transition. So, you know, NightMare, he's a big fan of the OCE scene. I know he watches a lot of Pez's streams whenever they happen, and now he's coming in here with the Adepts.
Yeah, naturally, he is starting to come in and picking off these Roaches bit by bit, one by one. Not quite enough there to really form a defense. But a really quick evacuation here with the drones, and they is trying to sandwich these Adepts, not really getting too much done. NightMare making fantastic use of that SimCity.
Oh yeah, definitely using the buildings of Rex against him, and so far he hasn't been able to kill too many workers, but he is still a thorn in his side. There we go, a couple of workers going down, denying all this mining time.
All it takes is one opening, sometimes light, and there we see 11 drones already gone down. Even more drones that could be mining, he's too afraid to send them to mine.
Exactly.
And with that, yeah, just look at the income difference, look at the worker difference. And NightMare, I mean, he's already ticked up Yeah. Already got hit.
Exactly. Like, things have just snowballed. 35 drones have gone down, as there was a massive disruptor shot in the natural as well, and things have just gone from bad to worse. We were talking about it. Rex, this is just a nightmare for him. He just, what does he have going for him right now?
A couple of roaches.
11 drones.
11 drones, couple of roaches. He can get the Warp Prism.
Oh god!
The Purification Nova lands again, and 48 will be the streak from NightMare. I don't think we're going to see anyone top that tonight, Light.
Jesus.
I don't think we're going to see anyone top that this week.
48 drones go down. Now Rex is forced all in. He's going across the map with these roaches, and they're slow roaches. Like, these disruptors, they can just gun them down. Oh.
Like, so, a pretty good split, all things considered, by Rex, but when you honestly don't have much, and we think it's even more precious. Okay, another nice little bit of split there, but Ravager's gone. It's only roaches left, and they can do pretty well against these depths, but Stalkers are here. Disruptor is looking to land another Nova.
Yeah, nicely done.
That split, that didn't even help. GG is called. And what did we tell you, Light, right at the start of today? NightMare, he's been getting better. That has been our promise. A clean 2-0 victory over Rex there. Really going to solidify his place here to face... Okay. Oh. I just looked at a bracket, Light. I just looked at his next opponent. NightMare, congratulations. You've beaten Rex. Great job. You've beaten, I would say, the top... Taiwanese, arguably even the top Asia-Pacific Zerg player. Well, okay, Mio Micah can be considered to be part of Asia-Pacific. But now, you're gonna go up against another Zerg player. And he's kind of dark.
Yes, he is. He's the king of Zerg. You were talking about it earlier, about how he took down Rogue last week in the finals?
Yeah, 3-2. It was a really close series. I'll have to check out Creighton's channel to watch that.
Yeah. Dark was able to win that tournament last week. Can he do it again?
And let me just say, Dark beating Rogue, that almost never happens.
Yeah, like
I think the last time I think it happened was in GSL, and it was so crazy when he did. Everybody was like, oh my god, Dark actually beat the player who always beats him.
Yeah, I was about to say that Dark isn't necessarily known for his ZvZ. I feel like there are a couple of other players that are that are more like kind of become popularized because of that. I think Su's probably the biggest example of that. But yeah, Dark, you know, taking out Rogue, it's pretty impressive.
Very much so is.